What is up, everybody? It's your boy Foxtrot over here, and we're doing a different type of video now. Oh my god, I forgot to turn off my notifications. Okay, I'm back. We're doing a different type of video here. This is gonna be a Reddit video. I love Reddit, and we're gonna be doing Today I Did an Oopsie. Today I did an oopsie by not knowing how to use Zoom. Long. Obligatory apologies for the long post. This actually took place last weekend, but I'm still reeling from it. So my buddy Boots got married last weekend, and per Rona's woman donkey, he and his wife had to cancel most of their plans, including uninviting pretty much everyone except immediate family and the wedding party. They even had to cancel their future plans for a reception. However, they decided that they would still have the ceremony stream via Zoom, which was not ideal, but we all still wanted to attend. I have not used Zoom before and didn't know what I was doing when I logged in. I go to the stream from the link that my friend sent to all the invited guests. I am literally the first one in the room except for the host. I noticed that one of our mutual friends, RL, entered the group, and he immediately sent me the "What up" chat. He began filtering in, and some of their mics were on. Mind you, I am streaming from my phone and not my laptop. So in the main screen, it keeps flashing this older gentleman who I believe to be Boots' grandfather. It keeps popping up to his eyes on up. Hilarious and adorable. RL sends me a chat that read private saying, "Bro, Boots' granddad's face just like keeps on cracking me." Thinking that it's one of those whisper in your friend's ear to make them laugh during a serious situation moment, I wrote back, "Yeah, dude, every time it pops back up to his face, I lose my boner." Haha, me. I'm so funny. I bet he'd laugh. I bet his girlfriend is laughing too. Well, the next thing I know is RL sends me another chat saying, "Oh my god, OP." Wait, oh my god, that's actually his name. I didn't read this before. "Oh my god, OP, I can't believe you just said that to everyone." My heart sank. I didn't realize that you had to change who you're talking to from everyone to a particular person, even if you're responding to that specific message. I get another chat from the grandfather saying, "OP, I don't know who you are, but please be respectful." I type again, "My apologies." My brother was in the chat and made a joke about it saying, "I'm sure no one will remember this about the wedding. Damage was done." I was pacing in my house so embarrassed and ashamed. The group chat and friends who were also in the stream were blowing me up. They were all having a blast at my expense, chuckling it the F up. I immediately started profusely apologizing to my friend through text. Oh yeah, his phone is the one that was streaming the service, so it's just buzz, buzz, buzz the whole time. I took 4 shots of wild turkey within probably 5 minutes. I couldn't shake that awful afterward throw me in a ditch and bury me alive, and I may have just ruined Boots' wife's wedding for her feeling. I tried to make a recovery joke by saying, "I guess this means I'm not going to be invited to any future family." But when I went to send it, it said that I was silenced and that I couldn't send messages to anyone except the host. Great. My wife was in bed with a migraine, but I went back up to our room and she was sitting up sipping some water. I looked her right in the eyes and asked her, "Why are you with me? How are you not completely embarrassed by me?" She asked me what was going on, and I explained. My beautiful wife just cackled. I held her head up and rolled back into the blankets. I was in this feeling alone. After about an hour, the ceremony ended. I figured I couldn't be a coward and leave the stream. We were all still chatting back and forth through normal texts, and my big brother is lighting me up with the jokes, letting me feel the sting, as big brothers are one to do. About 2 hours pass, and Boots hits me back. "OP, it's all good. I thought it was hilarious, and D was laughing about it too." We're still snapping at each other, and I'm in the group chat, so I guess it's all good. But it's almost been a week, and I still haven't been popping out of bed like, OP, what the F is wrong with you? Needless to say, people, if you are unfamiliar with technology, there are a lot of people involved, and it's not the time to make a masturbation joke. Too long, didn't read. I was in a Zoom wedding group chat. I didn't know you had to select a specific person's name to message them privately. I made a jerking off joke, which implied my PP was going soft when looking at the groom's grandfather's forehead. I have been uncomfortable for about a week. And I really hope the OP stops trying to jack off to his friend's grandfather. Shame on you, OP. This next post is about OP almost getting their dad arrested. Let's see what's going on here. Today, I did an oopsie by almost getting my dad arrested. Hey, people of Reddit. Long-time browser, first-time poster. My mom reminded me of the story not too long ago, and it had slipped my mind. I thought this was the place to put it. So enjoy. So this didn't happen today, but rather 13 years ago. I was 12 at the time, and I was in 7th grade. During this time in my life, I had a blood disease known as ITP, which is a breeding disorder. Breeding disorder. Which is a bleeding disorder in which my immune system would attack and kill the platelets in my blood. It was getting serious enough to the point where the doctors were getting ready to remove my spleen due to it. I had to come in once a week to have a few tests done on me to monitor my status. My dad would come and pick me up from school early on Fridays, as that was just the day he got off work early, and it was the only time where we could go to the doctor conveniently. Before going to the doctor's office, though, my dad would take me anywhere I chose to eat because the tests involved them poking me and taking 4 vials of blood. Jeez, that would suck. My dad picks me up on Friday like he usually does, except he was a bit later than usual. So being short on time and him needing to stop by the house before the doctor's office, I opted up for us just to go to the Subway across the street. So we go in order, we eat, and we leave. My dad has just bought a new 2007 Ford Fusion that came with a trunk release hatch, which is new on cars at the time. Me being a stupid kid found this fascinating. So I look up at my dad and ask him if I can ride in the trunk. Yeah, I know. He says no at first, but my dad is weak-willed when it comes to his kids, so after enough crying, he let me do it only till we got to the end of the parking lot. So he opens the trunk and I hop in and he drives off. At the end of the parking lot was around the corner from the Subway, so once you reach the end of it, you can no longer see the Subway and vice versa. He reaches the end of the lot. My curiosity has been satiated, and I hit the release and hop in the car, not thinking anything of it. We get back to my house, and I see my mom still there, having not left for work yet. When about 10 to 15 minutes later, we hear a very aggressive knock at the door. I hear my mom going to answer the door when I hear her say, "What the F?" I turn the corner to see 4 cops in front of my door. 2 were standing a little further back holding an assault rifle, and the other holding a shotgun. 2 cops in front then began to explain the situation. So there I am,
barbecue sauce on my titties,
sitting around the corner listening to the cops explain that my dad's plates and make/model of the car was reported to be seen kidnapping a child from Subway. As soon as I hear this, my heart jumps into my throat and I freeze, wondering what I should do. My 12-year-old brain is just saying hide and lie. But then I remember he used the word kidnapped, and I knew immediately the severity of what I had done. I step out from around the corner with tears streaming down my face. I explain to the cop everything. Afterward, I look at my mother for her consoling, only see a look in her face I can't explain with words, and if I could, it would only be half as bad as how messed up I knew I was in that moment. I then looked at the cop, who looks like he's teetering between trying to scowl and laugh at the same time, where he then radios to everyone else there's a false alarm, and after explanation, all you could hear was laughing on the other side of the radio. And after that, you hear what sounds to be a rally outside, and all I see is about 20 or so cops, 10 police cars, and a helicopter flying off into the distance. I was so distracted by what was going on in front of me that I hadn't even noticed them there. All the cops leave except for the two in front of our door. My mom calls for my dad as he approached the door. To his face turned the same color and shape that mine did. My father and I got talking to by the police, but to be honest, looking back on this, he went pretty easily, because I think when he saw my mom's face, he knew as soon as they left, we were in for a punishment 10 times worse than anything they could have done. That's the story of how my curiosity caused 20 cops, 10 cop cars, 1 helicopter, and a statewide Amber Alert to look for a child who did think of the consequences. Sorry if I went into too much explanation, but it's my first post ever on here, so be easy on me, and sorry for any spelling errors. Too long, didn't read. I wanted to ride in the trunk of my dad's car. Someone saw me do this and thought my dad was stuffing me in it. They called 911, causing a good chunk of the police force, 10 cars, 1 helicopter, and a statewide Amber Alert to look for a child who simply wanted to saturate their curiosity. I gotta say, OP, this is the right place to put your story. I mean, just think of how much helicopter fuel that would have cost for a helicopter to go up over your entire town to look for one little kid. Also, I gotta say, I can't believe your dad had a Ford Focus. Terrible gas mileage. This next post comes from a woman who accidentally sent her mom a nude picture. Today, I did an oopsie by accidentally sending my mom a nude. This happened to me this morning, and I am still absolutely mortified. So I was chatting on the phone with this guy from Hinge, which, if you don't know, is a British dating app. We were having a very nice conversation, very wholesome. Soon enough, as they do, things heat up, and we just start discussing doing the deed, what each other likes, and I brought up my breasts. Well, as you can imagine, the topic of my boobs piqued his interest, and he wanted to see what I had been hyping up about. And I'm not really shy. I got a nice rack, and absolutely do not mind sending him a photo to the person I'm talking to, if I'm asked politely within the context of the conversation. So I'm chatting away, slightly distracted, and open up my text messages, blindly assuming I was in the text conversation with this man, and did not bother to look at who exactly I was sending the photo to. So I sent the photo, and I sent it without thinking, and realizing a moment too late that I was going to my mom. My jaw hit the floor as I heard the dreadful swoop noise that accompanies a message being sent successfully. My hands got sweaty, and I started repeating, "Oh no, oh no," and I threw up mom's spaghetti. Okay, she didn't actually say that. And this guy on the phone has no idea yet what I have done. As I tell him the horror, he bursts out laughing, and I'm trying to quickly text my mother that this was an honest mistake, but the damage has already been done. She has seen the photo. To make matters even worse, my dad was sitting right next to her when this happened, so he also caught a glimpse of my nude, which is just the icing on top of the cake. I learned my lesson. Always check who you are sending your nudes to. Otherwise, you might be sending it to your parents, who really don't need to see that. Thankfully, they were both pretty lighthearted about it and got a laugh out of my stupidity, and the guy I'm talking to also got a really good chuckle out of it. And he got to see the photo, so win-win for him, I suppose. Too long, didn't read, didn't check who I was sending a nude to before actually sending it, and actually sent it to my mom, and my dad also saw. I am highly mortified. So that does it for this YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please do put a like on the video. Please do comment what you want me to do next. Maybe today I did a noopsie, maybe ask Reddit. Just tell me what subs you want me to go over. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button down below. In the description, you can see my Patreon my merch, all that. If you want to go ahead and look at that, my merch is not nerdy or anything. It's called the Simp Security. It doesn't have my logo on it. It's a really cool looking shirt in my opinion that I made, but I mean it didn't take too long. It's like a security shirt, but it has like simp instead of security. And as I know, all my fans are simps. You are my simps and you are my security because I'm a puny little child. So please do take a look at that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.